Alright, let's start this list off with something that's gonna make you afraid to trust a stranger, and it's organs. If you know where to look on the dark web, you can find hearts, heads, eyes, spleens, and even skin. Anything you would like that could be stolen from the human body could be yours. And I think you can even get it delivered through the mail, although I wouldn't recommend that. I'm not sure how well a human heart holds up in a UPS truck. It's just getting tossed around. It probably would come pre-jolted with a heart attack built into it. That's very nice. Now, how are all these organs getting onto the dark web? Well, I can imagine a bunch of them are harvested out of unsuspecting tourists who drift too far from the resort. Be careful out there. But apparently a bunch of them are sold willingly. There's a price list for how much it costs to get these things and how much you would get if you sold them. And we're talking tens of thousands of dollars depending on the body part. So if you're ever looking to take out a loan to start a new business but your credit score is so poor, you could just sell a kidney for 20 grand. Sure, you're gonna shorten your life expectancy, but you won't have to pay back any interest. At number 9, we have red rooms. Before writing this, I didn't even know that these things existed. So the dark web has red rooms, and they're in isolated locations, and inside them are people who have been kidnapped and they're being filmed on a live stream. Not live streams like Twitch. There's not going to be some girl with her boobs pushed into her throat trying to get 12-year-olds to buy her a Ferrari. No, these people have been locked in a room and are on a live stream feed to the dark web, so people watching can send requests of how they want this person to be tortured. Jesus. Ugh. Leave it to the internet to really bring people together. Now, these things are rumored, so I have no idea if they're actually real, and I'm not going to go on a deep dive through internet searches because I don't want to end up on a watch list. Do you guys understand this? Like, I still have a life to live, but I couldn't imagine anything worse than being at the mercy of internet trolls that only want to see you brutally tortured. Well, hopefully I managed to stay a free man. At number 8, we have Death Note. Chill out, yo weebs. I'm not talking about the famous anime Death Note. By Death Note, I mean the last thing people say before they die. There's a website on the dark web that has voice recordings from plane crashes. Now, with the magic of technology, when people are going down in a crash, they might record themselves to give their dying message to their loved ones. Most things like this get destroyed in the crash, but some manage to handle the impact, and you can go into the dark web and listen to hours upon hours of these audio files. All of them have these people's last words on them. I don't know why people would want to listen to something like that unless they really like ruining their own day. Also, remind me never to record myself in my last moments. I don't want to do that. I know I would be dead after, and anyone listening to the recording I would never know, but I definitely don't want that stuff leaked onto the dark web, just because I'm classier than that. At number 7, we have Blank Room Soup. So here's a video that managed to work its way into everyday normal internet and is apparently from the dark web. If you've never seen Blank Room Soup, it's a super creepy video that makes me want to pay a big strong guy to watch me while I sleep. The video has a dude eating soup with a spoon that's way too big, and a couple of dudes in some characterless costumes just stroking his back. Well, there's no explanation as to what this video is or where it comes from, but there's a lot of theories. Some people have said that the guy eating the soup was kidnapped by the two dudes in the costumes, and in the soup is his dead wife. Other people have said that it's just an art project, so who really knows. At number 6, we have Love.avi. Alright, we got some more creepy videos that might have been taken right from the dark web. Love.avi is a video that has no dialogue, but is just generally creepy. It has some random dude with a white mask on and a clown wielding a knife. Yeah, I guess you guys get it. It seems like they have some sort of weird relationship. Based on the title, I guess they're supposed to be in love or something like that. After watching it, I would guess it's a pretty dysfunctional relationship. At number 5, we got Hamburger Lady. This sounds like the worst nickname you could ever get in high school. Like, hey, why doesn't Gina have a boyfriend? Well, everyone calls her Hamburger Lady. No one wants to date the Hamburger Lady. That's funny. Well, Hamburger Lady is a creepy video of a disfigured woman who is said to be severely burned on her upper body. There's also some really weird music in the video. If you can call it music, it sounds like strange wails and screeches. And to top it off, there's some creepy flashes of little girls wearing masks. Is Hamburger Lady real? I don't care, I'm not gonna go digging to find out because I don't need nightmares. At number 4 we have EBE 1992 Eiger. Alright guys, we've talked about so many things that are disturbing and are probably gonna make it hard for you to sleep later, so let's shift gears to something that is still creepy but not forced to eat your dead wife creepy. EBE 1992 Eiger is a series of videos and photos that might have been the discovery of real life aliens. You know, the ones with the big heads and the big eyes you see all in the movies? Yeah, he looks just like that. The video shows some sort of dig site where they're excavating some little dead alien dude. Sucks that he's dead. I've got so many questions to ask the alien, like, do you guys have good weed and how much does it cost? The footage is really grainy, so it's hard to tell if it's real or fake. At the number 3 spot we have Daisy's Destruction. Okay, so we took a break from the truly disturbing for number 4 just to come right back at it on number 3. Daisy's Destruction is one of the most horrible things that you could ever find on the internet. It's a bunch of videos of several kids, some that are only 2 years old, being tortured. I can't stress this enough that you should not go look up these videos. They were filmed by Peter Scully, who would kill and sexually abuse children. Thankfully, this dude is behind bars and will never see the light of day again. At number 2 we have snuff films. With everything we've gone through in this list, it should be no surprise that there are snuff films on here. At this point, it would be a bigger shock if I told you Pixar's Up was floating around the dark web. Now we're going to focus on one snuff film in particular, and it's just titled Russian Snuff. It has a weird Russian title, but I'm not gonna say it, I don't know how to say it. It's a video that is disturbing beyond belief. I'll break it down for you at home so you don't have to ruin your psychological state watching it. In the video, there's a bunch of men who may or may not be prisoners. They might have just been kidnapped and then forced to mutilate their own bodies, and the bodies of the men around them. At one point, a few of them are forced to eat feces. There's even a battle royale style fight where they all have to fight to the death. Once again, don't watch any of these unless you want to really have trouble looking at raw meat. And number 1 on the list is mystery boxes. Now, out of all the terrible things we've had on this list, why would mystery box be number 1? Well, because any mystery box purchased off the dark web could have any or all of the previous items mentioned inside it. It's basically a gift bag for people who want murder weapons and clumps of dead people's hair. If you look around on YouTube, there are hours upon hours of videos of people opening up these mystery boxes. Some of them have disfigured kids' toys in them, which is creepy but not deadly. But the one that YouTuber Baze TV got sent to his house was horrifying. It had a large blade in it that seemed to have been used in a murder, and a memory card with a video on it of a woman being killed in a ritualistic sacrifice. Nothing like a good surprise?
Why?
Coming into number 10, we have Blank Room Soup. Blank Room Soup is purportedly a dark web video leaked onto the surface web. Now I can't verify that, but the video is hella terrifying. We see a blindfolded man sitting at a table, crying and eating what looks like noodle soup. A big giant costume comes waltzing in with a scary kind of silent, creepy atmosphere. He comes and comforts the man, and the man starts crying and gagging, and soon enough another big costume of a featureless man comes in and pats him on the back too. The video is just 1 minute long, but it is absolutely terrifying. Theories surrounding the video are rife, not least on Reddit. Some say that the big costumes we see here were stolen from an actor who had something to do with this man's capture. All the theories seem to indicate that the soup eater is in some kind of peril. Some even say he's being forced to eat the soup that's laced with poison, meaning he'll die soon. Others are convinced that this is an art project. Let's have a final look, shall we? Coming in at number 9, we have Hamburger Lady. Now she is not as fun as she sounds. Who is the Hamburger Lady? I don't know. All I do know is that she is horrifying, and I like the sound of her. Hamburger Lady is a video that surfaced from the dark web 3 or so years ago. Now I have no idea how long it was below the surface for, but unfortunately it's here now. The video is spooky, and not just visually but audibly too. It's filled with chaotic and disorientating sounds, as well as a jumble of sentences, signs and signals. The captions spin a dark tale reveal, saying that the mysterious hamburger lady is burned from the waist up and she can't hold on to things. The video also discusses the tubes in her arms and flashes up scary images of a girl in a mask. I have no idea what it means, and honestly, I don't care to. Coming in at number 8, we have Abducted and Imprisoned. This is allegedly a deep web video showing a young woman who has seemingly been kidnapped. As with a lot of so-called dark web videos, there isn't a lot of information here, but we see that the video was supposedly shot on the 14th of August, and it starts with a girl startling awake on the floor when a box falls to the ground. She later holds up a sign to the camera, which we assume is some kind of stream. She says she doesn't have any water and she begs for some more. She also appears to be wearing a shirt with the numbers 000656 written on them. Later the video ends as the barricade she has pushed against the door starts being broken down. It seems that someone is breaking in and she is deathly afraid of who that may be. Where this video came from, no one can tell you, or no one will tell you anyway. Some people of the internet are hailing it as a fake, while others are pretty terrified. Coming into number 7, we have Corpus Christus. So this translates to the body of Christ, and I am not feeling this video's vibes, although I guess I'd be surprised if I was feeling any deep web video. Isn't really my bag. My bag's mainly filled with cute puppy videos and videos from my friend Molly Burke. Anyway, this video is creepy. It shows images of men, and I don't know, maybe the same man being tested on. A man's face changes from young to like weird and haggard, and I can't really tell if this is real life or animation or stop motion or a combination of all of them. Here is one of my least favourite clips. Things get creepy in the background too. The video culminates with the experimentation getting even worse and worse, with like a mouth cage thing. There are some wires in the head as well, I'm not sure what they're about. And finally, the corpus, the body, is ripped open at the chest by a strange spidery machine, and to be honest, I'm not a fan. This next video is short but really scary. Be warned, at number 6 we have The Unknown Creature Grabs a Baby. So this video is just 26 seconds long, and all of the action happens in the last 2 seconds. Before that, we're watching a video of a baby in what looks like a crib or something. The child seems like it's around the yearish mark, although it's quite hard to tell because the quality of the video isn't that great. The child is goo-goo and gaga-ing to itself when all of a sudden, well, watch. If we play that back, I do notice that the scary hand slips through the back of the cot just before the baby is grabbed and stolen away. Now the thing that worries me about this video is that I can't see a cut. I really hope it's fake, because even if this isn't a real monster or creature, grabbing a baby like that just isn't okay. Coming into number 5, we have Sad Satan. I feel like Sad Satan could sponsor Most Amazing Top 10. We've mentioned this video quite a lot. Sad Satan is purportedly a dark web video game that comes with a curse, although I'm not sure what that curse is, it's just cursed. Nondescript curses are my favourite. Some redditors who have attempted to decode the game say that it is providing instructions to kill. Others also think that when the game was originally on the dark web, it gave details of the player's whereabouts to a malicious group who could then track the gamer. YouTube channel Obscure Horror Corner lived up to their name when they shared a scary screen recording of the game playthrough on their channel, and honestly, it looks really intense. Far too intense for me. I think Spyro the Dragon is the crux of my gaming. It also sounds intense, and like honestly I don't like that. In the dark web video game, the player is walking down a shady alley and horrible radio signals start coming through. During the gameplay, from time to time, a blank screen appears with strange markings. Finally, at the end of the game, it cuts to a black screen in which the phrase "suffering doesn't end" appears. Great, let's just hope that that's a dramatic effect. Coming in at number 4, we have The Grifter. I do not like a close-up eyeball shot. No, I don't. Not only is The Grifter said to be from the dark web, it is also said to be cursed. Only a small section of the original video has reportedly been leaked to the surface web, and if the 67-second clip we can see is anything to go by, then you don't want to see the whole thing. But like, actually. According to 4chan, the most credible of sources, if you watch the whole video, you're at risk of being killed. Jolly D. The 4chan post said that the video came into circulation in 2008, and that those who watched it experienced nausea and nightmares. Some claim claim to have had their souls altered. A creepypasta based on the footage claims that those who have watched the full video have been killed. Great. So I'm not sure if that's the case. I'd still say that this video is probably nothing more than a creepy video, but it just isn't worth the risk. Coming into number 3, we have Cemetery. This video warns viewers not to watch it as it will enter their unconscious, and having seen this monstrosity, I think that we should all have heeded the video's advice. The video is just shy of 2 minutes long and is all kinds of religious and cemetery kind of satanic footage. What it means, I don't really know, and what it is doing on the dark web, well, I'd rather not speculate. Shall we have another look? Go on then. Okay, but I actually really don't like how this video ends. Coming in at number 2, we have Obedece a la Morsa. Weirdly, it seems that the title of this video is Spanish for Obey the Walrus. What walrus? Who is the walrus? I am the walrus. Cuckoo. No, Rebecca, now isn't the time for singing the Beatles, although I wish it was, because it would mean I'm not in this video. Now actually is the time for freaking out, because this video is too creepy for words. Although actually this isn't the most amazing top 10 hand gestures, so I guess I'll try and use words to describe this dark web creep fest. So basically, word on this surface web is that La Morsa is a Latin cult. Is this their indoctrination video? I don't know. The video starts off with an animated face singing a nursery rhyme, and then all of that gets distorted and we see like kaleidoscope colours. We then see what looks like an emaciated transgender dancer with horrifyingly jarring movements and wide eyes. They're also wearing a clown hat, which doesn't fly with me. The scariest moment is when the music cuts and this happens to the sound of a clock ticking. What is this walrus and why is it here? Now this video has had over 25 million views. Are there 25 million people in the walrus cult now? Finally, coming into number 1, heavy audience warning. This is really horrifying. I don't like it, but this is the number 1, it's a Russian snuff. I don't even know how to begin pronouncing the name of this video. Here it is written down on the screen for you. Can anyone from Russia watching translate this? Would I have read the title and been like, okay, not gonna watch it, because if so, knowing Russian would have been really handy. This video is extremely long and extremely disturbing. It's over an hour and a half, and I can't even show you the worst parts because we simply can't air this content on YouTube. I can't speak Russian, so I can't tell you what exactly is going on, but to me, it seems like Russian prisoners are forced to defile themselves on camera and then kill each other. At one point, a man in military wear poos on a plate, and actually it sounds funny, but trust me, it really isn't. The video ends in a lot of bloodshed, and I have to say it is one of the worst videos I've ever seen in my life, and no part of me doubts its authenticity. I wish I could go back in time and never ever watch it. But you clicked on this video, so you asked for this.
Off this countdown, we have the giant baby. I have absolutely no words for this TikTok. I no longer know how I should act or feel. What is going on?
I don't know why people hate flying. I've always liked it. It's comfortable, spacious. The only thing that worries me is the baby. The baby was here before good and evil, before being and non-being.
So posted by Jared Fountain, it's an animated TikTok featuring a lady on an airplane with a giant naked baby. It's his creepy echoey voice for me. This video is so disturbing. What is even going on? You got a creepy baby stalking the lady, and in the end the baby is flying the plane while she says, "Flying is always a transitional state. It can't last forever." What does that mean? What's going on? Why is this scaring me? I am not okay with this TikTok. It makes me so uncomfortable. Moving on to number 9, we have the Demon Stuffy. You know, there are a lot of talented people on TikTok, aspiring filmmakers and actors and artists and musicians. Now, this next TikToker is an amazing artist, but what they do is so creepy. So in the video, TikToker Spineless Cult can be seen ripping apart a stuffed teddy bear and replacing its face with her own handmade one. In the end, the bear now has a creepy demonic face on it. Everything about this video is weird, like the pentagram carved into the creature's head, and the teddy bear's face being taped to the wall, and the creepy music in the background. Sure, it's cool that you made that, but please, never again. Making our way down the list, number 8, we have the Demon Pet.
Wispy, come here, boy.
So in this video posted by Eggplant's World, we see him outside calling for a pet while holding a chip for it. Now I expected a cute little dog to come by, or like maybe a deer, but no. No, I'm too innocent, I'm too naive. Out of nowhere, a creepy looking dude with white makeup on comes and takes the chip from him. Why? Just why? Like, who comes up with these things? This is not okay. Y'all need therapy. I mean, I probably need therapy after this video. In our 7th spot, we have the stillness. Now, TikToker Last Man Stanley is known for his more unusual TikToks. They are more artistic, left open for interpretation. But this one gave me the chills. So it starts off with different people, all played by the same dude, doing normal things, like driving, eating cereal, and brushing their teeth. Then all of a sudden, something comes over them and they all freeze and get a creepy look on their face. It ends with the video losing some of its color and we see a bunch of hands scratching against a window. I mean, I'm not sure what this video is supposed to represent, but it sure did give me the chills. It's just so unsettling. Moving on to number 6, we have the eyes. So in this video, TikToker Cole Hirsch is running frantically while you hear sirens in the background.
Life hack!
He's got a ripped shirt on and he sounds crazy. Then out of nowhere he goes, "I got fired from Buffalo Wild Wings," and makes eye contact with the camera.
Got fired from Buffalo Wild Wings!
And as soon as that happened, the video went downhill. Take a look at his eyes. I have never hated contacts this much in my life. He looks possessed. Like, it looks like he tore his pupil. He deserves to be locked up. Like, this video is not okay. I say that so many times, but it's not okay. I feel like he took a part of my soul. We are now at our 5th and halfway mark with the Whisper. Siri and other AIs scare the crap out of me. Like, one day Siri, Alexa, and Roomba are gonna team up and take over the world. It's happening. I'm predicting it. It's just a matter of time. Well, if the thought of that doesn't scare you, then this TikTok certainly will. So this was posted by Jamie Uno on TikTok. Siri is repeating back to him his nickname, which he changed so that when Siri says it, it sounds like she's whispering.
Daddy, but since we're friends, I get to call you a
It is by far the creepiest sound I have ever heard Siri make. It's like a creepy, breathy whisper, which turns into a creepy, evil laugh. It's literally like it's so creepy. It's a sound that Siri should never be allowed to make. In our 4th spot, we have the dandruff. People are just going way too far with certain TikToks. So a user named Superbass by Nicki Minaj took the footage of another TikToker shaking his dandruff off his head and then turned it into something disgusting. So in the original video, the user clearly has a lot of dandruff and is shaking it all off while Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas plays, you know, as if it's supposed to be like snow coming down. But then, Superbass by Nicki Minaj took it a step too far and added theirself laying on the floor with their mouth open while someone sprinkled flour into their mouth, making it look like they were eating his dandruff. No, just no, I did not want to see that. Just thinking about that gets me nauseous. Ugh. Coming in at number 3, we have the Thingamababa. I'm starting off this video with a warning. If you watch this next TikTok, chances are you won't be able to sleep tonight. Viewer discretion is advised. I don't even know how to explain this video. Just check out this clip from it.
Hey, what's that you got there? Oh, this? It's my...
See what I mean? So it was posted on TikTok by Ransig, who posts a lot about special effects makeup. And this one is certainly a creepy look. Like he's some creepy evil demon elf that wants to just steal your soul with his creepy instrument that has teeth. That's literally something you only see in nightmares. Now the song is catchy, but the dude needs to go. He's gonna haunt me in my dreams now, I already know it. Coming in at number 2, we have the ketchup. Not gonna lie, I have a pretty strong stomach, but I almost threw up looking at this TikTok. So, you know when you open a new ketchup bottle and you don't shake it and that nasty watery stuff comes out? Yeah, well Ian_V2 had a hot dog and a ketchup bottle and just squirted all that nasty watery ketchup all over his plate, like completely saturating the hot dog. I'm thoroughly disgusted. There's something about that that just makes my stomach churn. Even thinking back to the TikTok now is just making me feel sick. And And in our number 1 spot, we have the human recipe. Hands down, this TikTok should not be allowed on the platform. Posted by Jared Fountain, it's a video all about how to eat a human. Yeah, they give you a step-by-step walkthrough on how you should cook and prepare humans. He says what parts to avoid eating, which could kill you. Then goes on saying how to pick the perfect human. He says gender and nationality doesn't affect the taste, but you should choose someone with more meat on their bones cause more fat means more flavor, according to him. He continues on saying which parts are the best. He says it's the lower back, palm, and eyes, and that the lungs and nervous system may taste bad but are high in iron and carbs. And lastly, legs and arms need to be cooked slower for better texture. He also includes his favorite recipe, which is corned human and cabbage. Any money, there's some cannibals out there that are following his tutorial.